Good morning, friends, brothers and sisters, seniors and juniors. This is Remo here again. It's a joy to be here sharing with you this morning in this devotion. In the movie Hitman, Agent 47 and the law enforcement officer Mike Whittier have a very philosophical discussion at the end of the movie, where Agent 47 asks Mike Whittier if he's a good cop and if he has killed anybody in the line of duty. And Agent Whittier says, yes, he has. And Agent 47 asks him the question, how do you decide if it's a good kill or not? The response to that is very representative of who we as a community and who we as a society have come to become. He says, if anyone harms my family, I would kill them immediately, and that would be a good kill. And any other kill other than that is pretty much a crapshoot. That's exactly the words he uses there. It is representative of who we have become. We've become a very I-centric society, and unfortunately we as a Christian community have also become a very I-centric society. And that's the focus of our devotion today, and it's going to be asking a very unpopular question. Probably will make me very unpopular, but that is very fine. We as a community of Santosh Vidyalaya, seniors, juniors, alumni, students who passed out from the first batch to the current batch, we meet together on a regular basis every morning for listening for some music which helps us to bless ourselves, renew ourselves, encourage ourselves. We meet every night to praise, ponder and pray, and that is also good, which is again blesses us, renews us, encourages us. And there's nothing wrong in these things. These are very biblically correct. Every character in the Bible, including Jesus, prayed for himself, prayed for peace, prayed for personal restoration, prayed for personal rescue. And that is fine. That is perfectly okay. But unfortunately, that is only a very minuscule part of every character in the scripture. Every character in the scripture existed for the welfare of the other. Every character. There's not one character, and every character that wanted to be or predominantly existed for their own personal gain were always admonished by God or even punished very severely, even sometimes with death. Paul had a very interesting conversation when he took Titus along and Barnabas along with him to Jerusalem in one of his journeys back to meet the other believers. And the debate was who is preaching the right gospel. And eventually they come to a very good conclusion that both the people who are preaching the gospel, there's nothing wrong in the style of the gospel that they were preaching it. But the council in Jerusalem, the brothers in Jerusalem, told Paul, we only want you to remember the poor. And Paul says, that is exactly what I do. You know, some of us have struggled with our parents leaving everything, taking us to mission fields and putting us in a lot of inconveniences which we thought were inconveniences at that time. And some of us, like me, rebelled against our parents' choices, and many of us would identify with that rebellion. It is exactly because they were following a very scriptural model of living a life for others that they chose to put everything on the line. Here is what I'm going to very boldly suggest for us as a community. We are missing the fourth P in our evening devotions, praise, ponder, and prayer. We're missing the fourth P, which is practice. Every act of worship, if it does not translate into works of goodness, works of restoration of justice, our acts of worship and our acts of personal growth are of no use. I repeat, every act of personal worship is useless unless it reflects in action on the ground. Personal acts of worship might encourage us and might give us a kick. That's all it does. But beyond that, it has to translate into practice. My dear brothers and sisters, can we come to the same position of James when he asks, what is your faith without works? If our faith does not translate to work, our faith is useless. No, our works do not earn us our salvation. We work because we are saved. So therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, my question is, are we going to be comfortably sitting behind our screens and getting our lives encouragements, getting our lives kicks, and getting our lives boosts, and be oblivious of the needs of the world. May the Lord bless us as we look forward to engaging in a hurting world, in putting our faith into action and putting our devotions into practice in a way that brings glory and honor to God. Thank you, and God bless you.